What's up, guys? It's your boy Scion, and I'm covering Skyforge for a free mode station. And I gotta say that I'm believing in the hype.
FreeMMOStation.com.
It's been a long time since I've actually liked playing a game and had fun playing in a game. Now, I know you're probably like, wow, really? You go far as say a statement like that? But yeah, I'm going as far as saying a statement like that because I like the way that the character customization is. I like the way that the characters are designed. I do not like the way the female characters' faces are, and I'm going to supremely go to MI or MI, which is one of the developers for the game, and tell them like, oh, these facial things they're kind of rough. Like that's kind of like old school. Like yeah, I'm gonna get in there and God, it's not pretty at all. But that's one flaw that you can get over in the game, and it happens. Sometimes maybe companies kind of one track a little bit, and you really can't change that much of it. It's just the face just looks like that for some reason, even when you get like the prettier ones. So you just gotta get over that. Now, as far as the game itself, I like the cinematic way that it is. I like the way that it looks like Final Fantasy VII a little bit. It kind of looks like Final Fantasy VII, but has the movement and the trappings of Final Fantasy XIV. Now, if you also look at the game, you can see a lot of style. There's so much style in this. Like, when you look at the backgrounds, when you look at the settings, no, to me, like, look at that. Does it kind of make you feel like you're in a land far, far away? I know some people are gonna get that, but it kind of does. Like the scene and the setting and how you feel about things and the way that the characters come in like that. Like I get a little bit of a Star Wars feel, and there's nothing wrong with that. I haven't felt enjoyable to be in a game since World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft made you feel like you were a part of the world, like made you feel like you were in the world and you felt like you belonged there and you wanted to do something, you wanted to make a difference. And that's one of the things I think that's the major thing in Warcraft that makes it last so long, because it makes you feel like you belong there. Now, other games have done that. I'm not gonna say they haven't. Guild Wars 2 did that for me for a little while, for like a year. Rift Online did that for me for a little while. Ion did it for a little while. And a few other games did it for a little while. Blade and Soul. For a little while. Black Desert has that quality too, but you really don't know all the story yet in Black Desert, so you can't quite get there yet. But this game makes you feel like you belong, and any game that makes you feel like you belong in it is just an awesome game. Now, as far as like you see, like here the Ascension, Atlas, and everything else, like this is so Final Fantasy that I'm surprised Square is like, hey man, we know where you got that. Like I'm just waiting for Square to be pissed off, but they ain't said nothing yet. So I guess you can't like copyright this, but at any rate, going along the path is pretty easy, and understanding what to do in that path is pretty easy. And as you can see right here, I have things in English at this point in the video because somebody was nice enough to explain how to make the game set itself into English. You kind of have to reinstall it and point the launcher, not the launcher, but the text file for the launcher towards the English assets in the game, and then you got yourself some nice Russian data in English. And I was like, yeah, I can get farther in the game and not have to worry about anything. So as you see here, character customization again. Like you have a style room that you have in game, the things that you unlocked. You don't get everything, but you get enough stuff that you can have a little fun with and be a little bit different than everybody else. And I appreciate that because you don't have to pay for it, which is just something that always annoys me. It's fine if you want to have people pay for customization, but give them a start. That's all I want. Like, give people a start. Like, don't just be like, hey, here's 5 clothes, they all suck. Here's 5 hats, they all suck. Here's 5 pants, they all suck. Good luck, because your whole outfit's going to suck. And I hate that. I totally hate that. There's no reason for that. Give people a good base. Give people like 10 outfits, something, which is what this game does, that you can basically go in and say, you know what? I can be stylish within these 10 outfits and be unique within these 10 outfits, and I'll have me some fun. That's all people want nowadays. Now, as far as how do I feel about the game and how do I feel about like the classes that you see here, and I'm just running around a few classes. I like the combat in the game, although some people are still a little, I don't want to tab target. Oh, stop it. just stop. Because real action and real action MMOs, like, it has a loose feel to it, and sometimes you feel like you're not in control. Like, there's times in Blade and Soul and Black Desert where I feel I'm just not in control, and that's because you have no basis, because everything is free flowing, and that's a problem. And her posing and stop it like that. I hate that. I hate when that happens, and that's part of the problem when you're not using tab target. The system just stops and stops you because you can't really swing at things, and the game intuitively says, you know what, you have no target, so I'm just gonna stand here with your character and pose. And that is the most infuriating thing that I've ever seen in my life, and it happens when you least need it, especially against a boss. It will get you punched right in the damn face, and when it happens, you're gonna be like, yeah, I need a tab target. And it kind of like a punishment, in my opinion, to make you tab target, because when it happens, you're like, no, I'm gonna get hit. And you don't have to stand there like that, but you don't hit anything at the same time either. Which, like I said, is very, very infuriating. But as far as the gameplay, I like it. I like the different bosses, and really, technically, you don't have quests. You just have areas in the game that you need to go to. You can think of the quest system more kind of similar to Guild Wars 2, how Guild Wars 2 had like the hearts and points of interest that you're supposed to go find. Well, in this game, you pretty much have areas. They're usually going to be shaded on the map, so you know exactly where they are. When you head into this particular area, you either see an icon or whatever else that says, hey, you got something to do here, or you need to accomplish something in this zone. So what happens is each one that you complete, you push the overall zone meter in the zone to being more complete. When you complete it all, you get big rewards. You either get gear, or you get some type of cosmetic item, or you get points for your Ascension Atlas, which basically pushes your bar down the line, and you keep opening up nodes, which gives you more skills and more power. So it's kind of in your best interest to actually go through the entire zone and do everything in the zone, not necessarily for grinding, because you really don't have to grind. You just have to complete everything in the zone. And when you do that, you could just be OP, because you just go through your entire atlas. You have enough points to unlock nodes, and you basically can choose where you want to go, because eventually the atlas itself is going to branch off and say, hey, well, you're going to go over here, or you're going to go over here. You can't go both, because obviously you probably don't have points to go both, and it won't let you do that anyway. So my pro tip before I wrap this up is do everything in the zone and be OP. Other than that, you guys be legendary. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoyed the game. If those of you got to play, and those of you didn't get to play, definitely check out these videos and other videos across YouTube that's going to basically be helping you out and letting you know what the game is about. So other than that, be legendary. Peace.